Good morning. So, any tips for when I start falling off the bandwagon? So, if you're coming in, give me a hello. If you're on replay, drop a replay below. So, in terms of falling off the bandwagon, if we just take this a step back, often this can happen when things become less predictable. So, if you think about our lives, even things we don't like doing, even parts of our lives we don't like doing, and why we go back to habits that we don't like doing, it's often because we like the predictability of it. You know, we know that human nature, we love predictability. Politics at the moment is very much not predictable. But if you look at the predictability of like binging in the evening, I'll give that an example. We know that at least we've committed to not bothering to try say we say, you know, sod this, I'm just going to binge tonight because I've been rubbish earlier. We've committed to saying basically, well, at least I'm choosing to fail, on one hand. Then we've also got the side of this, which is interesting, in that if I start to not do that, what happens? It's not as predictable. How do I feel? And that can be quite scary, even without thinking about it. But one thing I will say is that by asking this question, like, you know, what do I keep doing for falling off the bandwagon? You're more conscious of it. I keep going back to old habits. Like I said about the predictability, is this a craving for predictability? So what we need to do in this stage, because it's all well and good understanding that part, which is very important by the way, it's like that awareness side of it. But what we need to do here is shift our focus now to that future, because when we're in this space, we often forget about the future, like the things we said we wanted, the things that we said we would do, and the reasons why, like why we want to become that person and act based on how we want to feel rather than how we currently feel. And then it's going back to asking those questions, like the ghost of the Christmas future question that we ask. What happens 5 years from now if you don't get a handle on this? And then we start to shift in the future, yeah, actually this is why I'm doing this. Because of course it's going to be unpredictable when you start to do new habits, when you start to do new things, you get up at certain times, people maybe start to question you as well and go, I can't believe you're getting up at that time and exercising, I can't believe you're bringing that in for lunch today, whatever. It might be the simplest thing, oh, you would normally have 2 drinks, you're only having 1, what's the matter? Don't be boring. All of these things come into it and we start to question, yeah, it's not as predictable actually. I'm not saying those habits are the ones you need to change either, but that's just a quick hit on this. And really what we need to do is go into that space. Remember why you started and what you said on that day. That's the one piece of advice I'd give to you right there. If you feel like you're falling off the bandwagon, just say it. Just know that it's quite normal because we like the predictability. When we're changing habits, it becomes less predictable. So I hope that helps. Any questions, let me know. Remember, we have our free 5-day Kickstart. The group is opening today. So the group opens today, later on, where we will be just welcoming, introducing, ready for Sunday night. We'll be live, 8 p.m, introducing the week ahead. Short introduction, you can catch everything on replay, by the way. And then over those 5 days, we're going to be doing short, simple, actionable tasks that you do even on your worst day, even in your busiest day, even through half term, whatever challenges come at you. And the idea is you can do that when it fits you. There's going to be a simple task you can add into your routine and a short, simple workout that you can do in about 5-10 minutes. So if you're in on that, I'll put the link below and I'll see you soon.